I'm Joanna Horton at Marriott Wealth at Enforce Capital. And today I'm going to bring a special guest to you. Her name is Melanie Pederson. She is the Citizen of the Year for 2022 for Hot Springs Village and was nominated and the third finalist for Woman of the Year for the Hot Springs Village area. And so she has an interesting take on the village, how to get involved, what to do, and just everything Hot Springs Village and what's available to you. So welcome, Melanie. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. And what a pleasure to be here. So thank you for having me. The village, volunteerism, that's always something that I've enjoyed doing. And it's something that I feel that God has put on me to be able to give back. Had a very successful work career in the state of Wisconsin, moved here, and decided it was time. So I just volunteered.
I love that. So many people come here when they're retired and they are not sure where to get involved. And then they look at the list of events that the village offers at all the organizations, and it can be a little daunting to try to figure out where you're going to fit in. But Melanie has maneuvered those waters wonderfully. She's the president of Altrusa, involved in a lot of different activities. So I'll let her tell you a little bit about that.
Okay. Hot Springs Village, Rotary Club, the After Hours Club. I don't know. Did you want me just to go through and list, or how do you want me to do this?
Just the ones that you think are the ones that are important to you, the ones that you're involved in, and kind of what you do for the community through that.
All right. Well, the first thing I would like to share with everybody here is that volunteerism is something that's very important. And it's also something that's on the decline. So if you have any inkling about how to give back, why to give back, just look up one of I think we have 300 nonprofits within Hot Springs Village. You can range anything from the Lions Club to Rotary to the Kiwanis. The list would go on. And then there's another fun group, which I'm a member of, but don't get to participate that often, is the Boomers Rock. They do so much great stuff, but you just got to balance where you're at with that. So, Altrusa. I am the president of Altrusa for this year, plan on staying on for another year because it takes about a year to get everything right, is what I say. And it's a group of women that give back to the community. And our focus is on literacy and then also on service projects. To give you an idea, this month we've got 4 different service projects going on. And we also have, 20 meetings about these service projects. So it's a very active group of women. And the Rotary Club, we get involved there with service projects for the community, as well as I just returned from our bus trip. We do fundraising so that we can give grants back to the community, to local nonprofits as well. And we just had a great time on a trip to Alabama and Mississippi. The Village Loan Closet, I sit on the board there, and I'm one of the original members of the board. So that kind of tells you how long I've been doing this. But the Loan Closet is where we get mobility equipment and we're able to give it back to the community. So people, if they are having a knee surgery, they need a scooter, they can come in and get the equipment there. And that has just been so rewarding to be able to be a part of that group. But my passion is the Faith Fellowship Food Pantry. We are active twice a month. We give out meals to families, and each month it can be anywhere from 700 to 1,000 meals to families within zip code ranges of Garland County, a little bit of Saline, and it covers most of the village in Mountain Pine as well as Fountain Lake. So it just, those are some of the highlights of the ones that I really enjoy doing and spending a lot of time. Another one would be the Walk for Cancer Research. Past chair for 10 years and continue to stay involved as chair of the board for the Village Walk for Cancer Research, giving out grant money with the proceeds from the walk to promote cancer research as well as cancer-related projects, meaning getting pre-screens, pre-testing, so that hopefully if somebody does have something happening, they can get it addressed right away instead of oh, you're stage 4 and you just waited too long.
Right.
So
Right.
those are a few. I know there's more. But
There's so many more. Well, one thing that I just want to say is like your heart for service is amazing. Just listening to you talk, you're so passionate about it. And that just comes through in your smile and your eyes when you're talking about it. So thanks for what you do for the village. I know I sat in on one of the Altrusa meetings a month or so ago, and I was really blown away by what all was happening in that club. And I know the meeting that I sat in on was right after your convention. So there was a lot of conversation about, you know, upcoming projects and projects that just had been completed and things that were going to happen inside of the organization to make it better than it already is. And it's already great. So I just wanted to, you know, mention that I think I told you that education is very important to me as well, and child literacy is very important to me. So hopefully I'm going to get to join you guys at Altrusa.
Oh, we would love that.
So
I love that.
I'm excited to kind of dig in. You know, I've been here for a year and a half almost now, and so it takes a while to get your feet wet and kind of know what direction you're going, especially when I'm still working. But so anyway, the other thing that I wanted to mention for just a minute, you mentioned Boomers Rock, and I know that is a huge organization in the village. So I've gone on a couple of the little trail walks, which isn't service oriented, but it is a good social way for people to get and to know people at the village. So can you talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, Boomers Rock. In fact, we had our cleanup. So Clean Up the Village Day is this weekend on the 21st. And Cindy Erickson, who is in charge of membership there, said there are over 1,000 members in Boomers Rock.
It's crazy, yes.
And it's a great organization. They do everything from going out to eat, golf outings, but they also get involved in the community and do help out with fundraising events and in help of, what do I want to say? In support of nonprofits, not help of, support of nonprofits as well.
Okay, that makes sense because I know that they do some service and some of it's social, so I see how that would benefit. But yeah, so I know that number was growing because when I joined, they said it was like 800, but that's another one I have to, you know, just find time to do.
Yeah,
so
I hear you. I hear you.
And I wanted to ask you a little bit about resources here in the village. So when people move into the village and they're looking to get plugged in, where should they go? Where should they start? Do we have websites? What's available to help them?
We do, and there's something that people forget about is we have the Hot Springs Village Chamber of Commerce, and in the Chamber of Commerce is the Visitor Center. In the Visitor Center, they have brochures and pamphlets on all of their members, the local businesses, because we all support local, shop local, support local, and then the different nonprofits, anywhere from the churches to the restaurants to almost anything that you want to do. If you want to be one of the, and I think Spa City Tappers, that's how I learned out about them, is they had when I was working, volunteering in there, they had a little flyer. So that's an interesting area. But of course, explore the village, our website, and you can go ahead and click through there. They have a newcomers meeting, and that I believe has gone to quarterly now, where all of the newcomers that just have moved in are able to go and meet everybody from the POA, all the different services the POA offers, and then also meet people from the representative churches and nonprofits. And word of mouth. The village is so full of friendly people. Most of us aren't from Arkansas, we're from another place. If you find somebody else that, like, originally from Wisconsin, you find from Wisconsin, you've got a friend for life. You really do.
And that is so true about the village. Ever since I've been here, I'm from Texas, but the people just have been so friendly and so welcoming. And so that's really a nice feeling. Okay, so one of the things that you mentioned when you came in the office today was that you had spent time with the Community Foundation and all the grant work and fundraising that you guys do through the foundation for Hot Springs Village. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I will be happy to, because today we had the opportunity of giving away over $83,000 in grant money to local nonprofits. And it was just amazing to see all of them there as they got their checks. We got to meet them, talk about them. And the fun thing is how they're contributing to the community through literacy, improving literacy for children as well as adults. And then also the food security. In the past, we would always say food insecurity, but now it's food security. What can we do to make sure that people have enough to eat? So it was just an amazing experience. The Community Foundation in Hot Springs Village is an affiliate of the foundation in Little Rock. And we have I believe it's a 16-member board. I'm on the board there. I chair the membership committee, and our chair of the board this year is Clara Nicolosi for Remax.
Okay.
And she is just an amazing person. And her person following her that will be our incoming chair for next year is Stephanie Heffer, another leader in the community. So as you can see, a lot of the people involved in getting on boards and being involved in making a difference do so because it's a passion, not because they have to. They have a career already. They have a life already. They feel the need to give back to the community.
Yeah, and I like I said before, I can just tell in your voice like how passionate you are about it. But one thing that I wanted to talk about is how people can get involved in other ways. A lot of people have time, others don't have time. Some have money, others don't have money. And I know there's a spot for everybody, and ways that people can plug in. In your words, tell me how that works. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but I don't want people to feel like they can't be part of something because maybe they don't have money and all they have is time, or they could donate their money but they don't necessarily have time. So talk about that a little bit.
And you just hit on that. We call it time and talent. So and it goes back to the fundraising stewardship, and most of us give that this time of the year at church. And so if you think about it in the community, we all have something to give back. It could be a gift of money. It could be the gift of time. It could be the gift of a sponsorship, or tutoring, or helping, or cooking meals, or just driving a neighbor somewhere. It's amazing. One of the other things that I do volunteer at is SCAD. And SCAD is our local van transportation, where we give rides to people that aren't able to drive anymore, or maybe people that their car is out of commission and they're getting a tire changed or an oil change. They just need a ride from home to Jensen's Auto Center, for example. So you just have an opportunity to make a difference in so many ways that when people ask, why do you do what you do? And quite frankly, I just sometimes feel that, like I said earlier, God just directs me to do what I do. And I just do what I do. It just seems to come natural. The one thing, though, I'm getting better at is the word no. And the reason why is you can only be so effective. And part of that is how do you volunteer your time and make a difference without overcommitting? And I've been in a previous life, a project planner. I live by a schedule, live by my calendar, and then that way I make time for everything so that I can be effective at what I do, and helping and working with other people.
I can certainly see where you would get so busy with all that you do, especially, you didn't become Citizen of the Year because you were sitting at home, that's for sure.
No. Well, the beauty of all that too is the networking and the relationships that you develop, because if you need something, now I know who to go to. And if they need something, they'll come to me, Melanie, do you know, what can I do about this? Do you have any ideas? So that the collaborative bouncing off of ideas and how to make things different, and coming up with a special project that, the Boys and Girls Club, for example, can use. One of the things, I don't know if I should be saying this quite yet, but we're working on it with the woodworkers, is putting together the fact that they make toys, and then maybe buying a book and attaching the book to the toy so that somebody can give it to them, read the book, they play with the toy, and it just helps reinforce what it is that they're learning.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Well, I just want to say thank you for taking this time to talk with us. At Marriott Wealth, we try to highlight individuals in the community that have just been outstanding and give of themselves, their time, their money. And then, we like to do our part as well. And I feel like I'm led to help people through their retirement journeys and build that confidence in, living life and spending their retirement in a way that is beneficial to Hot Springs Village so that people can get out and volunteer and can get out and spend their money and be confident in doing that. So
another thing that allows me to do what I do is I don't have to worry about my money. It's invested, it's here, that's your job. So thank you.
You're so welcome. Again, I just wanted to say thank you and thanks for coming out, and we will talk to you soon. In the comments below the video, you're going to find some websites that Melanie made reference to, and just some information about the village and how to get involved and how to volunteer. You'll find my contact information as well as Lindsay's. Lindsay's always here helping me record, and how to get a hold of us here at Marriott Wealth, and we'd be glad to direct you in any way that we can. So thanks for watching this video, and we will see you next time.